if you really like put your head down and you discipline yourself, bro, you'd be surprised to see what you can do in 60 days, let alone 5 months. Junk is crazy, bro. And that's, it'd be amazing me because I know how possible and rare that is. I've seen it within myself plenty of times, but it's like, I'm always the type of person, bro, I want to go higher and higher. Like, it's like you got to exceed your expectations every single time. You never want to meet your own standard. Like, I just want to exceed. You got to be excellent. You got to excel in everything that you're doing. Right. You want to shock yourself, prove it to yourself. It's not even about no one else. You're the only one that can stop you. No one's in my way, bro. I don't got no restriction. You know what I'm saying? It's me versus me. It's you versus you. Every time you go look yourself in the mirror when you get up out of bed, that's your competition. That's the only one.
With all due disrespect, I can't listen to no fat motivational speaker. You can't empower me if you're not empowering yourself. I'm empowering myself. I am the message that I bring. I'm ready to take it. I'm ready to take my shirt off right now. I'm always ready to peel. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. I can't demand anything of my team and my soldiers that I don't demand of myself. And people ask me, why are you so hard on yourself? I beat myself up so the world won't beat me up. Because the world could be a cruel place, but it could also be a beautiful place if you allow it to be. Because once your perspective changes, that's when miracles happen. And now I look at it like this. You know, what else? Come on, let's do it. What else I gotta conquer so I can get to the next level? What else?
I didn't fail, I fell. And as long as I get up, I win. So many people think they failed. They didn't fail.
They stopped.
You stopped.
You can fucking achieve the absolute impossible. You don't need great parents. You don't need like a private school. You don't need to have this humongous GPA and all this other shit. What you need is straight up brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world.
I had made the decision that I would either die or I would succeed. The refrain, the repeated message that I had to myself over and over again was, I cannot lose if I do not quit.
I don't care how smart you are, but if you can't show up and work your ass off, if you can't be honest, if you can't care, if you can't want to get better, I actually don't want you in my...
I'm not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have something inside which is burning. And I look around and this life and everything I see is not for me. I'm supposed to be something different. I have to be something different.
Winning has a price, and leadership has a price. So I pulled people along when they didn't want to be pulled. I challenged people when they didn't want to be challenged. You ask all my teammates, one thing about Michael Jordan was he never asked me to do something that he didn't fucking do. When people see this, they're going to say, well, he wasn't really a nice guy. He may have been a tyrant. Oh, well, that's you, because you never won anything. I wanted to win, but I wanted them to win and be a part of that as well. It is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality. If you don't want to play that way, don't play that way.
There's only one thing a friend of mine years ago taught me when I was coming up and I was deciding if I was going to do this, if I was going to pursue this life. And he's an Indian friend of mine. And he said, Ab nahi to kab. And I think that means if not now, then when. So whatever you want to do, ab nahi to kab.
So you made some mistakes. And you look at all the mistakes you made and they compound over time. And sometimes you just think, man, I wish I could start again. Well, you can. You get a chance to start again every single.
I need you to go to the next level. I need you to elevate. I need you to dominate. I need you to win. I need you to be that woman and be that man. I need you to be him. I need you to be her. I need you to be that. And you know why you can do that? Because you got to believe. See, you surprised and you got caught off balance and you got caught off guard, but God didn't. For God to allow it to happen, and the only way it's happened is he allowed it to happen. He had to say, have you considered my servant? That's the only way they could get to you. That's the only way they could reach you. That's the only way they could touch you, is he had to say, have you considered my servant? And if he said that, that means everything you got inside of you, everything that you equipped with, that you got what it takes to make it through the battle, through the storm, to the next level. All you got to do is stay. Stop worrying. Let me tell you what, faith and worry don't get along. They don't coincide. They ain't dogs. They ain't homies.
There's hard work, and then there's insanely hard work. In order to be.
And where are you on that scale?
I'm on the insanely hard work.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does a day look like?
I work every day. There's not a day that goes by I don't work. And if I'm not working, I'm thinking about working. And so I work every single day. There's not a day that goes by I don't work.
And what do you do to relax?
I relax all the time. I enjoy relaxing at work. Just working is relaxing for me. Solving problems is relaxing for me. Achieving something is relaxing for me. And the most relaxing, just hanging out with my family, doing anything is relaxing for me. Yeah, I relax in a whole bunch of ways. Reading about things that's important to me is relaxing to me. So just hanging out with my family is relaxing. I relax in a lot of different ways.
There's no point in doing something if you're not going to do it absolutely, do it to the hill. And if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to take the time to do it, then I want to do it in as much of an immersive way as possible. Because, you just come to learn in life that the things that you really get a kick out of are the things that you just can't deny. They're the things that when you're doing them, you can think of nothing else but what you're doing.
Self-care and discipline is very important. Self-care is good because in order to do any of this, you got to be mentally there, physically there. So, you want to take care of yourself. Discipline, without discipline, you can't really achieve those big goals. And, you want to build, if I got to cut something off, like say, for instance, like I'm making tons of money. The game slow down. You got to be able to stop and have discipline to stop. You know what I mean? And you got to have discipline to keep going as well. You know what I mean? Because you might get caught up in the spotlight and fans, the girl, jewelry, to the point you kind of, damn, I'm doing too much of that when I'm not. I should be doing what's gonna keep me going and what got me here in the first place. So those two are very important. I don't want to tell nobody the wrong thing to do, but I do know to do cool shit and stick behind it and make sure you love it and don't stop. I think stopping is the reason a lot of people fail, because they don't stick to it. You know what I mean? You find something, your passion.
If I could talk to a younger cat about success, bro, I would tell him, enter every activity with the need and the want to be the best, right? Enter every activity with the need and the want to be the best.
Life is a roller coaster, man. You drop on a roller coaster. This is about life. If you're going up like this, right? Eventually you gotta drop. But when you drop, the next time you go up is way quicker. The grind to the top on the first hill gonna always be the one that take the longest. But when you drop after that first drop, the way up gonna be way motherfucking faster. You don't get off the ride in the middle of the fucking drop. You stay on that motherfucker. You hear me?
Bro, you gotta fucking stop. You gotta stop with all this I can't catch a break bullshit. All the time you're complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing wrong, trying to improve certain aspects of your life, getting your shit together, reading a book, meditating, something. Fucking something.
Look in the mirror, motherfucker, it's you versus you.
Nothing is going to be changed by you sitting in front of the TV, eating more shit, consuming more mindless information, being more of a loser than you already are. That's not going to fix the situation. So you really only have two choices here. You have the choice to accept your reality as who you are and live your life as that person from now until you die, which I'm pretty sure you don't want to do, or you have the ability to acknowledge the life I'm currently living is the result of the decisions of that person. I am no longer that person, and now I'm equipped to make better decisions that will produce a different outcome.
Pretty soon you win. Pretty soon you'll fucking win. If you have the courage and the heart and the dedication and the mindset about everybody can go fuck themselves. I know what I know. I've listened to myself enough to know I know what I know. None of you can hear what I'm hearing. And that's what people don't do enough of. They don't listen to their journey. They listen to everybody else's shit.
The safe road is going to pay off. There are many payoffs to it, but I can't be there and have my soul be on a completely different track. It's always worth losing to me. It is. It's always worth risking.
If you lie to yourself and cheat yourself, well then you're not fooling anybody but yourself. But if you actually get up every day and you got that action, and you got that energy that's like, I have to go and do this because I'm trying to get here. And you know every day you're working towards that, well, you're gonna get there. It may take you longer, Some may do it shorter, but you're not going to lose. So I got addicted to winning. And I found that you can win more when you surround yourself with more winners. I found that putting yourself in the environment of motivational, inspirational personnel, people that just want shit out of life, it's addictive. You get that, like that rubs off.
Enough people don't try in this world. Genuinely, and that's not even just musicians, just in life. People are so content and stagnant and are scared, afraid of risk that they don't try, never act on. You know, we need more active people, more active dreamers, just independent thinkers who want to do something because it is solely what they believe in. Just trying.
To be honest, I don't like excuses, explanations. You know, my philosophy is to be perfect, to not answer on questions why you did this, why you did that, and have some excuses. I feel shame if I trying to explain you why why I didn't win this fight. Just I didn't win, and that's it.
The people who are really extraordinarily successful didn't sit around watching success porn. They just went and did it. They had such an overwhelming desire to be successful at the thing that they were doing that they just went and did that thing. They didn't have time to study and learn and listen, and they just did it. It's the overwhelming desire that's the most important, and the focus that comes from that.
Elite life is lonely. Everything that comes with elite life, the good of it, the mentality, the drive, commitment of it. Elite life is lonely. The best people I know are lonely. They're talking to people who have no idea what it's like to be them.
Set up a schedule and just do the work. Free from how you feel. Because also feelings sometimes, you wake up one day, you feel this way, you wake up the next day, you feel another way. And it's just not helpful to base your structure or your goal on how you feel. You stick to what you put there on paper. And this struggling of there are still so many distractions every day coming up. No, but you stick to the plan. You stick to your plan. This is what I feel like is a part of discipline, to do what you have committed yourself to. And at the same time, discipline also meaning you don't do the things you already know are not good for you.
There's people out there that are just working harder than everybody else, and they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's their grind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and those people are super valuable.
Yeah.
Because they change everybody's perspective of like what's possible, what to strive for, and what it takes. Like, do you really want to be a champion? Why? Because you just want to be cool? You want to be the coolest guy on the block? Like, you're not going to win. You're going to find some fucking psychopath who just lives it. It's their whole life. And if it's not your whole life, get out. Get out.
Michael Jordan tells me one day he wants to be the best player that's ever played here. And I said, well, you got to work harder than you did in high school. He said, I worked as hard as everybody else. I said, oh, excuse me. I thought you just told me you want to be the best player to ever play here. He said, I'm going to show you. Nobody will ever work as hard as I work.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Well, bitch, we never tried it, so neither do I. Let's give it a shot. Mm-hmm. All them that take deep breaths every time you come up with an idea. You know what? Take your deep breaths outside. You need some air. You need this little stuffy in here. Take your deep breaths outside.
I'm at the point in my life right now where I'm just locking in. I can't keep worrying about distractions and things that ain't serving my purpose. Because everything I do now depends on how my future looks. So I'm locked in and I'm focused.
Wake up at a certain time, train at a certain time. Structure is the key to real success, I feel. You know, you've got to be structured. You can't be just on the fly.
People only root for others at two times. First, when they're at the beginning of the race. Second, when they finish. Neither is when you need it. So you have to master the middle. The boring, exhausting, soul-crushing middle. That's where the winning happens, on your own. People will only cheer for you as long as you can't beat them at the game they value most. Friendly reminder, that every person who doubts you is right until they aren't.
If you find somebody who's genuinely talented, intellectually curious, hardworking, high integrity, mark my words, I guarantee you that 20 years from now, those people will be successful. And I wish I just invested in or stayed close to every single one of them. I can't think of a single exception.
It doesn't matter what the world throws at you. You are still going to win. Imagine feeling like that. Imagine knowing no matter what the happens, I'm going to still win. And that's the kind of confidence that pushing through the hard times creates. If you can become the kind of person that will execute no matter what's going on around them, you can't be beat, bro. It's literally impossible to beat a person. You can't beat them.
They never saw the lonely nights, the aching knees, the silent battles, but I kept going. I kept shooting, and I kept believing. Not because I had all the answers, but because I had a why. My why was bigger than me. My why was every kid in the hood who ever thought greatness wasn't for them. My why was my son, watching to see if his father would fold or fight.
Do you want to be on your deathbed knowing that you could, but you didn't? Why do you care about what people are thinking when they're not trying to go where the fuck you're trying to go?